Recovery, it's managing my mental illness. So it's a illness just like any other illness or any other kind of health issue that one has to manage. I take medications on a daily basis. I follow up with my psychiatric nurse or my psychiatrist. I have a therapist occasionally. I work. I feel like I have a blessed full life because my illness is in remission, because I've been able to gain coping skills. The medicines at this point are helping me alleviate symptoms of the depression and the psychosis. I'm able to have relationships with my kids. I'm able to be married. I have good relationships with my family. And I work as a nurse now in mental health. So that is very positive, a positive way to give back. The most important thing that people understand about my mental illness and about mental illness in general is that it's not the end of the world. It's just another illness, just like any other illness. It's treatable. There are certainly, I've certainly suffered in my mental illness, but I certainly believe at this point in my journey, I have a very blessed life. And if not for my difficult experiences, I would not be able to give back and relate in the ways that I can now. So mental illness, it's treatable. It's able to be, it's possible to live in recovery. It's something that oftentimes we, as people who have mental illness, we want to stigmatize ourselves because we have a broken brain, and a broken brain is not something that we can see. It's not something visual, it's something hidden. So we can put on the clothes and the makeup and go through the motions and put on the smiles, and we still may be suffering underneath. And it's something that we can sometimes cover up, and sometimes we can't cover up. But whereas somebody with a broken arm, they might have more compassion. Others might have more compassion because they can see that they have a broken arm. Well, mental illness is not something that we can always identify in others, and sometimes it's even hard to identify it in ourselves because we might be trying to put on a happy face. That's where it's important to ask those difficult questions if somebody is struggling, and reach out to others, because sometimes we don't know how hard somebody is struggling until we reach out to them.
For me, I don't think recovery ever ends. It's a long, slow, frustrating process, and sometimes there's little setbacks every now and then. But recovery to me is being able to know, being on the right medication, meds, the right doctors, those combinations, and the right therapists and doctors, and all of them gelling together. And also your own personal care and family support and NAMI support.
Recovery for me is my life. One of the things I struggled with at the beginning was I was trying to live my treatment plan separate from my life. I wanted to keep in touch with my old friends, my drinking buddies, and that kind of lifestyle, and yet try to seek help. And I thought I could live two separate lives spontaneously. That was not possible. And one of the big paradigm shifts I encountered in therapy is that I realized my life has to be my treatment plan, and my treatment plan has to be my life. So everything I do has to be part of that. I have to watch what I eat, portions that I eat, all that, because that's part of my treatment plan. Eating 3 meals a day, eating healthy, helps manage my symptoms. Going to the gym is not just me going to the gym because vanity's sake. I've learned that physical activity releases the same endorphins and chemicals in my brain that I would release when I would cut and burn myself, when I would engage in self-directed violence. So I was replacing old coping mechanisms with healthier options. And I had to make choices, hard choices, to to leave certain friends behind and to end relationships, and also seek new relationships that were healthier for me, that were more supportive of my recovery. And my safety plan includes those individuals. And my safety plan is not something I just leave at home in a drawer in the desk. It's something I carry with me all the time. When I deployed with the Red Cross to Houston, to Paradise, to Northern California, and elsewhere, my safety plan came with me. And even in those times when I needed to seek mental health help, the Red Cross provided that to me while on deployment. So recovery for me now is living that life, and it is a life of choice, and it is a lifestyle.